Strap yourselves in and hold on.
He stands for truth. He stands for justice. He stands for what's right. This is the Alex Jones Show. Call Alex now, toll free, at 877-590-5525. Now live from Austin, Texas, here's Alex Jones.
We are live. Thank you so much for joining us. It is the 23rd day. It is the third day of May 2009. We're going to be live here for the next 2 hours. And what has the New World Order global crime syndicate been up to while they've been distracting and diverting the public with what all the evidence indicates is a complete and total psyop, psychological warfare operation against the people of the planet to distract the planet from all the big decisions that are being made, the final haggling and the formation of world government between different governments and private interest and power players, the attempt in the United States to pass the global carbon tax, hundreds and hundreds of taxes to regulate every facet of our lives, to openly and publicly be paid to private banking families, Al Gore, you name it. Republicans are involved, Democrats are involved. There are 3 climate change lobbyists, global warming lobbyists. They're now changing to the term climate change. A White House memo just got leaked. I could already tell you months ago they were changing their terms, but we'll go over it. In fact, on record, I've said that. So they're passing this new tax to micromanage every facet of your life. It will all be selectively enforced, so big globalist corporations don't have to follow any of these rules. This is meant to shut you down so they can turn the vicious, parasitic, blood-sucking government bureaucrats and control freaks and all the dumbed-down people they've created who can't get a real job in the real economy to come literally suck off the rest of us. That's what's being set up. So just a total implosion of society. They're busy trying to pass amnesty bills for total open borders. They're busy, Obama announcing that he'll continue the torture, continue the secret arrest, continue secret military tribunals for foreigners and U.S. citizens, expanding the wars, Israel getting ready to attack Iran, massive war being geared up for in Pakistan. All of this is going on, but the average person isn't aware. They're busy wringing their hands and, the bird flu, the swine flu, the deadly flu. It's all over. Get me shots. And here in Austin, Texas, and around the country, they've set up emergency tent cities for the influenza at the Dell Children's Center, and people are showing up in thousands all over the country and the world. 1/3 of people didn't show up at work last week in England, fear-mongering, wearing masks. Then don't worry, the government's there. It's got the shots. So now it's gone from a form of Obama to give me flu shots, give me Tamiflu, antiviral, help me, please, oh God. Only martial law will save us. Only forced inoculations will save us. Please, only locking down cities and arresting anyone that doesn't take the injections will save us. Oh, man. All right, now I'm warmed up here. So I do want to take a lot of calls on this issue, the swine, bird / human flu that is clearly engineered. I mean, it's all over Japanese and Chinese and British and German news and Mexican news and Russian news and all these scientists coming out and saying, this thing is clearly engineered. It has all the genetic markers. It came out of nowhere. That's why your grassroots scientists and virologists and health workers who aren't part of the fear-mongering, who aren't part of the staged fear-mongering that the feds and the Mexican feds put out, that's why they were so concerned up front and bought the feds line. Because this thing, see, viruses, and Obama, by the way, gave a speech Saturday, a little 4-minute blurb from the White House YouTube room. This guy's giving like 50 speeches a day, more than I do. This guy's more of a New World Order Infowarrior than I am a liberty and freedom Infowarrior. It's hard to counter the endless spew coming out of the that thespian actor's mouth, that front man for the real shadow government Northcom system. But Obama came out and said, why are we so scared about this? Now, it may turn out to be nothing, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to spend billions getting ready for the next flu, and it's going to be deadly. Just what Napolitano, head of Homeland Security, said last Sunday, 7-8 days ago. He said, because this thing's out of the blue. It has no pedigree. It has no history. It has no other virus it's really connected to. You see, of the thousands of flu viruses and different mutations that scientists find each year in universities and private labs and vaccine makers, the good, the bad, and the ugly, it runs the gamut from good doctors and good companies to bad companies and government and the black op folks and the people bringing you eugenics. But you see this totally new virus appearing wrong time of year in the wrong hemisphere, never happens, and the thing is a never-before-seen mix with different parts of pig, different parts of bird, different parts of human, and some weird insect hanging off of the end of it, they're now saying. All of this going on, and it's rapidly mutating, and it spreads really fast, and it infects 40 to 50% of people that come in contact with it instead of the 10 to 15% that regular flus have, even bad mutations. That's why so many scientists and virologists were so concerned. Because the Mexican government and the U.S. government and the World Health Organization, the UN, were out saying that this could be it. Tens of millions could die. The greatest threat ever facing humanity. The greatest public health threat in 90 years since the swine flu outbreak of 1918. Those were all the headlines. It's over. Run for the hills. And so we got on air and said, well, folks, it looks like a hoax. I said last Saturday, last Sunday, right through the week, I said, looks like a hoax. And we talked to doctors like Sherry Tenpenny who thought it was overblown. And we talked to other people who thought it was, basically the end of the world, like the media was hyping. But the issue here is that they've used this as a dry run to bring in the infrastructure of tyranny and the police state and to have CBS News, Fox, CNN, everybody. I'm sure you've seen it. We played clip after clip this week saying, well, it's sad, but martial law is the only thing that will save us under level 6. And we are going to have forced inoculations of those that refuse to take it. And if you refuse, we're going to forcibly inject you and then put you in a camp. So that was introduced. And, well, we got to do this to save humanity. We got to do this to save the earth. If we don't, it's going to be the end of the world. And so that's introduced into your mind. And CBS News came out with the executive orders and said, yes, under executive orders, forced inoculation. You go to the camp, and then they say, oh, well, maybe this isn't really bad, but the UN, World Health Organization, Obama, the Republicans, all of them are saying, even if this isn't deadly and a false alarm, it's getting us ready for another pandemic that we know is going to hit and that we know is going to be deadly, and when it happens, we're going to have to basically forcibly lock down the cities and inoculate you. I mean, here's the cover of the Wall Street Journal yesterday, The Age of Pandemics. And it shows Chinese police in masks and quarantining hotels, and they're jerking people off planes in the U.S. in hazmat suits like it's the beginning of the movie 28 Days Later. And it's just like, it's terrible. It's like this stuff is airborne Ebola, they're saying, but it's not. Turns out it's a very mild flu, though it is engineered. And now the concern is it can mutate into something harmless or mutate into something even more deadly. And because it is airborne and unknown to... Again, all these other flus have a pedigree, like a breed of dog, like a Boston Terrier or a Beagle. They have a pedigree. This virus is manufactured. And you say that, you get attacked. I've been attacked by MSNBC on TV and in print. I've been attacked on TV by CNN and in print. I've been attacked by at least, it's got to be, I didn't count them up, more than 7 or 8 other mainstream news articles I saw. And I'm not even looking for these anymore. I get attacked so much. They would say the crazy website prisonplanet.com said this could be a engineered virus. Well, and you didn't mention that I was linking to Japanese and Russian and British scientists and top virologists saying this thing is totally novel, looks like it was engineered. No, you just attacked me and said I was a kook. But then I guess they did actually link to the article that had all the evidence, but it's still bizarre. Now, listen. What has this served as a distraction for? Oh, let me tell you, I've now finally read the entire treaty. I have to admit, I'd read parts of it in the past. It's worse than we thought. It would essentially ban all firearms, ban reloading as explosives manufacturer, give all your records to the UN. Yes, it's official. When we get back, they're coming after your guns.